Hello everyone, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Emerald Sakina, and in this great opportunity, I would like to explain you about the magnetic motor starter. What is magnetic motor starter? Magnetic motor starter is an electromagnetically operated set of contacts that start and stop the connected motor load. A control circuit with momentary contact devices connected to the coil of the magnetic motor starter perform the start and stop function. A 3-pole full voltage magnetic motor starter is made up of the following components. The first is a set of stationary contacts. Second, a set of movable contacts. Third, the pressure springs. Fourth, a solenoid coil. Fifth, a stationary electromagnet. Sixth, a set of magnetic shading coils. And last is the moving armature. It is also important to remember that a magnetic motor starter is a contactor that has the addition of an overload relay assembly that provides running overload protection to the motor. Selection of the thermal overload relay is done using the manufacturer's table included with the magnetic motor starter. In addition, ensure you know the full load current or FLC of the motor, and then the service factor of the motor, and the ambient temperature in which the equipment is being operated. Thermal units are based on an ambient temperature of 40 degrees Celsius. Okay, next there will be some simple explanation about the magnetic motor starter component.
This guy here is a magnetic motor starter, sometimes called a mag starter. Inside of it, you've got a couple of basic components here. On top here, we have what's called a contactor. A contactor is a specially designed relay that it's designed to switch higher currents. Now, a relay is an electromechanical device that on the bottom, you can't really see it here, but there's a coil of wire, and you can feed that a fairly low current signal, but it generates a magnetic field that pulls down on the contacts in the top of this unit here. And these contacts have the pads on them that are rated to switch the high amperages. The reason you would use something like this is to keep the high amperage that would have to flow through to your motor. You want to keep that out of your user interface panel. You don't want 30 amps or something like that flowing behind the button that your user is putting their hand on every time they start the machine. You'd much rather have that safely tucked away inside something where they're for that when they trip. But when you draw too much current across these strips, they will actually flex up and break contact, which will pull this relay, this contactor, out of the circuit. So it's an additional overload protection for your motor here. So say you got fuses upstream, power coming in here, and your motor bogs down and starts to try and draw too much current.
The previous is just a simple explanation about the component inside the magnetic motor starter, and we are going to explain you about the cover and switch of magnetic motor starter.
You can reset, you'll pop this device, which is nice and resettable, and not necessarily blow the fuses upstream there. Now, additionally, in here on this particular model, there's two switches and they're built in right here, and that's for the start and the stop buttons. You can see inside the lid here, you've got a couple of actuator rods that when you push the buttons, come down and press these switches that are built in on this unit here. There's another flavor of mag starter here that comes.
That was the explanation about the magnetic motor starter. Okay, now we will talk about the type of magnetic motor starter. Typical magnetic motor starters that are commonly available include full voltage, reduced voltage, and reversing. As the name implies, a full voltage magnetic motor starter applies full voltage to the motor. This means the magnetic motor starter is designed to properly handle the levels of inrush current that will develop as the motor is started. This is the picture about the full voltage magnetic motor starter. Okay, and for reduced voltage, designed to limit the effect of inrush current during motor setup, reduced voltage starters are available in electromechanical and electro formats. And for reversing starters are designed to reverse shaft rotation of a 3-phase motor. This is accomplished by interchanging any two-line conductor that supply the motor load. The reversing magnetic motor starter features a forward and reverse starter as part of assembly. Electrical and mechanical interlock are provided to ensure only the forward or the reverse starter can be engaged at any given time, but not at the same time. And this is the picture about reversing starters. As you can see in this picture, this is R and this is F. R means reverse contact, yeah, and F means forward contact. Okay, finally, thanks for watching and bye.